Okay. Excuse me. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back to Factory Town. And as you can see, our coins are doing very, very well. So gold I haven't touched. We're still just chucking in the same 6 goods. But we got red, blue, and purple doing a little bit better. So let me show you the blue first, because this is the first one I did. So I should kind of show them in order that I did them. So this is blue down here. I decided to go for the ointments. There we go, ointment. And this one, I actually started off at 20 seconds, and I ended up having to increase it to 30 seconds because we were just overproducing. So yeah, this guy does not need a lot. Not need a lot of ointments to keep him happy. So if we go down at L... Now, they're sort of not fully green, but they're okay. They're pretty alright. So, actually, before we really start, I'll show you. So we got 6 here, and then we got 3 here, and then 1 there, and then 1 purple. So we got a total of 11 goods, and we got 440 happiness. So 11 times 40 should equal the happiness. If this goes below 440... then we know there's a problem. So this is an easy indicator that something's wrong with the base. So I've been keeping an eye on that. But anyway, here we go. So we got 4 kitchens. Had to up it to 4 kitchens. These ones are pretty straightforward. Getting a little bit of herbs coming out. That's not a problem. And here's our fishery setup. So we go straight into a kitchen to make fish oil. And the fishery has a square. You can extend the water beyond it, but it doesn't increase the speed. So this speed is increased by how many tiles it's got next to it. So, yeah. It's definitely nice. Yeah, so it's got 138 tiles, fishing baseline speed 100. So if we do something... it's auto-saving. So let's do this. Okay. So it's 128 out of 100. So let's keep doing this. Let's cut out a whole lot of water. Okay, so now we're at 182% because we're less than 100 tiles. So that's actually cut our tile level down. So I suppose what that means is that we don't necessarily need all these tiles. We could get away with less. Which means maybe I can put a... So we need 100 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, what I could do is I just could have fisheries right next to each other and then just use this as the base. But the problem is, this guy has a width of... What does he have a width of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 times 5, which is 80. Yeah, you can see there's 7 on the right-hand side. There's 5 on the left. Let's go to this one, because it's right in the middle. So there's 7 on either side. 1 to 7, 14, 17. So that's the width. So what we could do actually is 17 times... I reckon this will go out further. So we could do it a bit further. What we could do is we could say 6. Now 17 times 6. I'm pretty sure that's over 100. So... But that would only work for the middle ones. The edge ones... If I put a fishing village right here, right on the edge, that wouldn't have the full 17. It would only have 10, and it wouldn't get full speed. So I don't know. We could do some efficiencies here. We could push out this length one and then fit some more fisheries in the middle. But this guy's backed up pretty well anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. But anyway, that's pretty much it. A lot of herbs, a lot of fisheries, and then I needed more herbs, so I put some down the end. Now, the downside of this setup is that everything uses red coins. Herbs use red coins, fisheries use red coins, fish oil uses red coins, and the kitchen, which makes the ointment, uses red coins. So, as soon as I put this setup down, red coins crashed really hard. They just, well, they didn't crash, but they got used up very, very quickly. So what I did was I expanded down here. So we've already got the shirts, and we've already got the leather, which I haven't really touched. They're all right. And I did cloaks as well. So cloaks are actually really slow. Like, I think they were 40, but then I put them up to 35 because they were not quite, they were dipping. They were dipping below 40. They were going down to like 37, 35, blah, blah, blah. So I put them down to 35 seconds, and that seems to have kept them happy. But cloaks, yeah, cloaks are crazy. I mean, they're okay, leather and cloth, but leather is such a pain in the ass. I actually had a, go away cloth. I actually had a pasture for each grain mill, because I was like, oh, it doesn't matter how slow it runs, you know. Just whatever. I don't care. But then I realized that each pasture takes a worker, so I decided to push them together to save on workers, because we're getting very close to our worker cap. Very close. So we need to start worrying about that. But not too much, because my next step is going to be to get more houses. So that's my next step. So anyway. So this one, basically, grain comes out at full speed, goes into the grain mill for animal feed, goes into the pasture, produces the leather, which even with 2 grain mills feeding it is still slow, but yeah, and I had to really push this setup. I had to get 8 farms, 4 pastures, in order to make enough leather to keep this, because the cloth is easy to make, it's dead easy, but the leather, very, very difficult. So we got that now, it's fully backed up, so maybe we can start cutting it down, but that's nice, that's good. So those cloaks rescued the red coins. So the red coins are now in a net positive. Gold has been in a net positive. I haven't even seen that. It's sort of going down a little bit sometimes, but it always maintains a net positive. And then, of course, we have the finale over here, which is this line going over to our enchanted book setup. So, yeah. I decided to make this. It's not worth a lot of coins, but it's pretty good. And this one's timer 30. I think I just started this one at 30. I was just like, yeah, that's fine. So if we go and have a look at the books, it's not quite fully green, but it's enough. I don't think it's gone down below that. So 30 seconds is definitely enough. So they definitely need less than 1 book a second. Now, these enchanteds, I was concerned about how to do the mana power on these. So I finally decided to go underground to test out the underground capabilities. And as you can see, it works pretty well. So in this case, the mana connector goes under the building, not next to the building. The pipes go under the building, and then you just, yeah, you split them off, and they go in this direction, and then they go back over here. So very awesome. I got 10 recharges here. I don't really need 10 recharges, but I wanted to make sure that this mana receiver never backs up, so it's always got room to spit stuff out. And yeah, I put in some magic conveyor belts as well, just because they were going crazy for a while, but now they seem to have calmed down, obviously since all the books are backed up. But yeah, this setup is the best recharger setup I've ever done. And it's nice and simple, and it's a lot easier because most of the pipes are underground, so don't have to worry about too much there. So this is definitely where I'm going to do all the mana setups from now on, all underground. And yeah, this was producing all of the gems for it. Kind of shut down because don't need any more. This closed system is a closed system now, and it's all good. For the rest of the books, the book stuff, basically, so the enchanted books are made here. The books are made right here. I'm not sure of the ratio, but they seem to be doing okay. We got leather coming over here. 4 farms. 2 pastures, same as the other one. So don't need too much leather. Need a decent amount, but you only need 1 leather per book, whereas you need 4 paper. So I really had to go nuts on the paper. 8 foresters, 8 lumber mills. But 8 lumber mills can keep this belt, 2 belts completely full, which is what I need. Absolutely. And that's enough to keep this running full speed, I believe. So yeah, books are done. Books are not a problem. They don't bring in a lot of purple coins. This has been sitting for quite a few hours to rank up to this many purple coins, but I don't really need a lot, so that's fine as well. Now, I've been doing a couple of things at the school as well. When I got purple coins, I got prospecting. And I actually figured out how to do mining. So, where is it? You're over here. You're cleaned out. So it's not going to be a great demonstration. We'll clean those out again. So this is a mine, and this is stuff that I've prospected. So when you prospect, what it does is it puts a depleted deposit underneath, and then the depleted deposit grows. It grows very slowly, as you probably know from watching my previous videos. So if we 6, we can delete that, and then we go into prospecting. So prospect for coal, 1 pickaxe and 20 coins. And now you can see it's depleted, but it's slowly growing. And we got another one depleted because it just got used up. I have watched this for about, I don't know, like 30 minutes. I think I watched this for. I watched it for a decent amount of time, maybe 20 minutes. And what I've noticed is the ratio of depleted to fully still has resources goes up and down. So you can have times where 2/3 of them are depleted. You can have times where 1/3 of them is depleted. So it ranges about 50-50 on average. But the important thing is it never runs out. And this is with a mine running at 1 speed. So that's 1 speed. If we increase the speed, I am pretty sure that this amount of coal deposits, this amount of deposits could not keep up. But they can keep up with a worker speed of 1. And since we're not putting multiple workers in mines for any of the real setups, then I think we are happy. I don't have multiple workers in any of these, do I? I've got 2 workers in here. You do not need 2 workers anymore. You are backed up so hard it's not even funny. Yeah. So anyway, that's the thing. So we put this guy down. He will run forever now. Okay? He will run forever. He will not cost us any pickaxes, apart from the pickaxes required to prospect in the first place. So we will need a decent amount of pickaxes for that. So maybe I should expand these. Let this go out a bit. Please tell me pickaxes only cost 1. Yes, they only cost 1. Hallelujah. Thank God for that. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So we've got our mining done. Well, understood anyway. Now, I'm never going to mine coal for for heat. I'm just not. I could with this setup, but the Forester is much nicer. Oh, I don't know, actually. It's interesting. It's an interesting conundrum, because this costs 1 coin per coal, and this costs 1 coin per wood. It can do wood faster, but the wood is worth half as much as the coal in terms of heating. So this is actually more efficient in terms of coin use. Although with 500,000 coins, I'm not sure if I care. The downside to using this for fuel everywhere is you got to use 25 pickaxes to set this up. That's not insignificant. That's not an insignificant amount of pickaxes. So we can very easily run out of these. And there's another bigger problem as well, which I'm not sure might actually crash the entire base, might cause the entire purpose of the Megabase to be undone. And that is the fact that this ointment costs so many red coins. So let me kind of explain. So this cost a crap load of red coins to produce. We made up for it by building cloaks, and that kind of balanced itself out. But let's say we have all the goods for the apothecary. All of these, all 10 of these. So all of these, however these are made, blah, 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 blah. So we make all of these, and all of these together takes up 1,000 coins a minute. Or like, let's say it takes up 100 coins a second. 100 red coins a second to create all these. Now, can we actually make 100 coins a second using all of these? That's the question. that we need to ask ourselves, because, I mean, it basically forces us to go for reinforced planks. I was debating whether we go for planks, because it would be a lot easier to get. Transportation would be a lot more painful, but it would be a lot easier to do. But given this new information, I think we have to go for reinforced planks. We have to max out our red coin income. Absolutely max it out, because we need to keep a positive flow of red coins even after we start producing all of these. And that's going to be painful, because every single thing we do with mining is going to be painful. So yeah, this is going to be a serious situation. In fact, yeah, we need to think about it. This blue coins uses blue things use blue coins. That's not fun. And it doesn't. We can't really slow down the blue coin production, because it's not about the blue coin production. It's about 400 happiness on this building. How many blue coins it produces does not matter, is irrelevant. Although we probably will need to make sure we produce enough to keep all these guys happy as well, but I'm not too worried about that. All the books don't really require blue coins as much, so that should be fine. But yeah, we gotta figure this out. Now this has backed up. There's like hardcore backed up, so we should be okay, I think. But let's have a look at all of the things. And I mean, we got some really messed up stuff as well, because the food market, cooked fish costs red coins to produce. That sucks. That really sucks. So anyway, let's have a look at some of these apothecaries. The main thing is going to... So all these ethers are fine, I think. They just go into the elemental factory, which is over here somewhere. Elemental refinery. So this doesn't use any coins at all. It just needs mining. The mining does require some sort of coins, but that's not too bad. That's just one thing. So that's not that's not a killer. In fact, maybe I suppose we could have done this first, but it's we can't really plant these yet, I don't think. Anyway, so all these ethers, antidote, elixirs. I don't think we can build elixirs yet. But we better have a look at them, because yeah, health potions, 6 coins, remedy. Let's just get the, because yeah, those health potions not fun. Kitchen. What do we need here? Remedy, 2 coins, plus herbs, which is more red coins. So this is a bundle of red coins right here. This is like 4 red coins, I think, per remedy, something like that. Yeah, this is one each for those herbs. And we need the remedies for at least 2 different things. Fish oil, ointment, antidote is 4 coins on top of fish oil, which is 3 coins, and the remedy, which is 4 coins. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 16 red coins per antidote. 16 red coins per antidote. You heard me right. That is insane. That is insane. This is the sort of thing which is going to cause our entire concept to fall apart. Okay. You got to remember though, we can overproduce by a fair ton and underproduce some other goods. So if we underproduce the antidote to the point where it's barely staying in the blue and not very much in the green, and then we overproduce all the red goods so they're well and truly fully in the green, then maybe we can manage it. But I do not like to be in that situation. I really don't. What else have we got in here? I'm guessing elixirs are going to be a pain in the ass as well. Elixirs. God. This is almost asking for me to do an Excel spreadsheet at this point. Workshop. Maybe we should look at these as well. Protein shakes. Where's my protein shakes? That one's not too bad actually. Egg probably costs gold. Sugar, I'm not sure, but Let's get a workshop. Yeah, so that antidote is a killer, but that's one of the few things that are a killer. So this one's ointment. Okay, so that's a killer. Poultice. See, this is a situation where we might actually produce the poultice instead of the medical wrap. Because ointment is a massive pain in the ass and it costs a ton of red coins. And I'm not sure if we really need a ton of blue coins for purple. Purple might not be too bad. I'm pretty sure these use a minimum of the different coins. Probably an enchanter. No, they don't use any. They don't use any coins. So that's beautiful. So that's easy. Yeah, so this one, these might use a bit of coins. Magic cloak, magic robe, and ward. Let's have a look at those. Magic cloak, that's easy. Wool probably just uses a bit of coin. Magic robe, easy again, uses a bit of gold. These ones are all fairly easy. I feel like the polished stone is a bit of a pain, and the gold is probably a bit of pain as well. Wards, oh god, reinforced planks, really? And polished stone. Polished stone is going to be a pain in the ass. Where's my stone, guys? Over here. Yeah, polished stone takes the blue coins, so that's going to be a big drain on the blue coin economy. But is it enough of a drain so that we have to go and do things like the medical wrap? Or can we just do poultices? I know I said I was always going to do the right-handed things, but the fact that medical wrap requires ointment means that this is a big killer of red coins, whereas the poultice isn't. So if we don't need the blue coins for all of the purple stuff, then I'm going to go for the lower level blue stuff just to keep these supplied so that we don't make a massive drain on red coins, because I honestly don't know if we can actually keep up with the red coins. So there's nothing in here that gives us red coins. Maybe we should have a look for more red coins. No. No. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe once we get warm coats and pickaxes and shoes done and reinforced planks, maybe red coins will skyrocket so high that it won't even matter that all of these blue things are using them. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, because this is all gold except for the purple, which I might do. Berry cake, just for the hell of it. But these are just gold. I don't think we're ever going to run out of gold. And if we do, we got so much more gold stuff that we can make. And we got to remember, Fire Ether is going to give us a bunch of red coins back, so that's all right. Elixir. Did we have a look at Elixir? Is that going to suck up all of my coins? Haven't got it unlocked yet, but... Oh, God. 8 red coins, plus a health potion, which uses a bunch, plus an antidote, which uses a bunch. Oh, God, this thing is a red coin killer. Ah. Oh, man. Okay, we're going to have to think about this. We're going to have to think about this very, very carefully. I mean, we may still get away with it. This general store may just blow our red coin production out of the water to the point where we've got no chance of going downhill. But some of those are just red coin killers. I mean, the antidote's a red coin killer, and then the elixir needs an antidote. Please tell me it only needs 1. Let me check that recipe again. Yes, only 1 and 8. The power doesn't matter. So anyway, this is becoming more and more difficult as we play on. But anyway, so what's my next step? My next step is to get this to level 10. So we need the crowns and the necklaces, which are just going to build offhand. I'm not going to build a proper production facility yet. I'm just going to build 20 of them each so I can upgrade this. And then I'm going to research Mr. Mana Power. Yep, we're going to get Mana Reactor. I did Mana Power ages ago. We're going to get Mana Reactor. And then we're going to create some Omni Stones. And we're going to get level 10. Because level 10 base only requires Omni Stones. And we'll also do this. No, this one. We'll do all 3 of these. We'll have the stones because, of course, we need them for the mana thing. So that's okay. And definitely magic rails. I want to see if we can get a setup for magic rails. So we'll get all of these done, all 3 of these, the mana reactor. I'll try and push this research as well, see if I can. But I need, once I get these, I get the research for the temples, and once I research the temples, then I can move the temples. So I can move the temples over to here and make a nice setup over here, maybe for pulling out the different ones, chucking them in a mana reactor for the research. Now, this stuff is sort of close. Like, I didn't want to push this. I would have pushed the wood up too much, but I didn't want to block these guys coming in. And it's actually blocking this one, which is shirts, but I'm not sure if... This is just pure cloth, so I'm not sure if we need to really worry about that too much. For shirt production, I think that'll be fine all the way to 100 houses, even if we push out a little bit. So we can move the school down. We got room to move the school down into here. And I think we can get every bit of research done in here. Maybe even the unlimited research, I'm not sure. That'll need a bunch of other stuff, like the warm coats and blah, 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 blah. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go out into a corner out like here somewhere, and then maybe we'll move research level 3 out there. Once we've got 100 houses, once we've got magic rails everywhere, once we've figured out exactly how big these sections need to be. So we have got to make sure that they don't need to be extended, and then we can start to build out here. So, yeah. Yeah. And of course, increasing the houses won't help us because we'll be able to spend more red coin, but then we'll need to produce more blue coin consuming stuff to also fill up. So, that's definitely not going to help us. But you can see this is stuck at 440. That is brilliant. Have we got... This used to come in and do chicken. Every now and then chicken would get stuck in there. It was a real problem. I had to fiddle with chicken quite a bit, actually. Chicken is now up to 20, but I think I put it up to 15, and then I put it up to 18, and it was at 12 at some point. So yeah, this is now up to 20, this wait period. And I've fiddled with a couple of these as well. Like this one's 10 for the milk. The grapes are at 15. This is at 10. The bread got pushed up to 15 as well. Just whenever I go into this barn and I see something in there, I go off and I push the timer up a bit. And if this drops down, then I push the timer down or I add some more carts. So it's a really... And so far it seems to be a very effective system because this is stuck at 440. That ain't moving. So if we click on these, all of the houses have 11 happiness. Some of them are probably blue, but given all of this complexity, my goal of making them fully green is I no longer give a shit. I really don't. I just want them to stay blue. So this books, we are running out of books. Where are my books coming in? Shirts, the books should be coming down here. There we go, there's some books. Stalled for a second, but... should drop off some books. Yeah, these guys do not use those books very fast. Hey, didn't we just drop off the books? What happened? It's still got a bunch of blue in there. Oh no, it went up a bit. Hopefully those blue guys don't run out anytime soon. It is weird sometimes where you get... let's find a house that's blue on books. I'm not sure how it distributes them, but sometimes you bring in 20 and only 10 houses get 2 each, and it's very weird. But I think this is very high on the blue scale, so I'm guessing that's why it didn't get one. But yeah, so far it seems to be okay. Have we got more books coming in? That's milk. It's not. I want books. Where are my books? There we go. There's another book one. So yeah, 35 seconds I did on this one. 30 seconds. But yeah, gotta keep those bookworms happy. See, it's gone down again. It's dropped down. So this... And this is probably not going to get another book because he's still pretty high. So anyway, I haven't seen it drop down below that all episode, but that's fine. So we are really in a good position. We have figured out the mine. So this is let's empty these out again. If we go down into the end, we can see there. Actually, this is looking pretty good. We got only 4 depleted, and you can see this was still filling. So this has been going all this time. All the time I've been casting, this guy's been running, and it's funny. I thought it would be more depleted. The only thing I don't like is that it tends to go distributed. It doesn't like drain one deposit at a time, which would be great because then they would maximize the amount of recharging time for all the depleted ones. But it sort of spreads around, but it doesn't spread around perfectly. So you can see this one has got 9. It's not touching that one at all. It's touching a lot of other ones, and it is spreading around and touching a whole bunch differently, but it's not touching this one. And it definitely will touch that one. I mean, this one over here is in the corner, and that's down to 1. So it spreads it around, but I'm not sure how it spreads it around. And see, it just triggered a corner one there. So it's a very weird distribution method, but it's good enough. If it completely spread around evenly, then it would be a nightmare, because if you put down all of the depleted ones, they'd all come up at the same time, they'd be full. And then if it's spread around evenly, they'd all deplete at exactly the same time, and that would be a nightmare. But it doesn't do that. It spreads them around fairly evenly, but not evenly enough so that they all crash at the same time. So, so that's good. That's all I care about, as long as this is 100% continuous, and I think it is. So there we go. 25 pickaxes, a mine, 100% throughput. Yeah. Now, the question is, of course, the infinite research, which we'll get to eventually. Does it increase the recharge? Because there's an infinite research to increase the regrowth speed of grain and wood. Does it increase the regrowth speed of underground? If yes, then that's perfect. That takes care of a mining problem just perfectly. If it doesn't, then mining is not going to scale up with the rest of the resources when we start doing infinite stuff. Because we're going to have to do that at some point. At some point, we're going to have magic conveyor belts everywhere. For some of these, we're going to need to fill them up completely. And if we start to run out of workers, we're going to need to use the infinite productivity research so we can cut down. So say I replace these 4 belts with 2 magic conveyors. I get rid of these 4 buildings right here. They're gone. And then I just get the infinite productivity, which increases these by double speed. And since they got magic conveyor belts, it all works, but it only works if we also increase the growth speed of these resources, which is fine because we know we have that research, but with mines, do we have that same thing? Is the regrowth speed going to apply to underground? And if not, will these mysterious omni planters do the job? Because I think this is how you regenerate above ground resources. It's like a tree planter, except you put ore on it and then it regenerates it. But God knows what it's going to need. If it's just going to do it normally, like the tree planters, or if there's going to be something else, I don't know. But either way, we're going to use whichever one benefits from the infinite research. So for now, we're good. Later on, we'll see. Excuse me. And maybe we won't even need that infinite research. But I mean, I think we will. So, okay, think about it this way. We're delivering 11 goods right now. And we need 50 goods total in the end. We haven't got full houses. We only got 40% of our houses. So we need to expand a lot of stuff. And we will need to... the goods that we're producing right now are mostly the simplest ones. Stuff like the reinforced wood, that's going to be very complicated. So, and we're already using 387 workers. So workers, even when we go up to 1,000 houses or 100 houses, those workers are going to get used up very, very, very quickly before we get anywhere near 50. I think before you even get anywhere near 50. So we have to start rationing our workers, which means we have to start deleting half these buildings. which means we have to start getting that infinite productivity research going. That's the only way I can see this entire system working while staying within the limits of the houses. So every single place is going to have one worker. That's it. I don't know if we're going to do air boosters to some of them. Maybe, but we got infinite productivity increase. So that I think we'll just do, and we'll just keep it going. And then we just have to make sure the natural resources keep up, which is another infinite research. And then magic conveyor belts keeping up. That might be an issue. I don't know. The rail system should be okay. Once we get magic rails, we can just put more and more carts to get things going. Hopefully that's all right. Hopefully we don't jam up the system too much. I don't think we will though. I think the rail system will be fine. Maybe we'll have some problems with magic conveyor belts, but like if the productivity becomes so high that a magic rail isn't enough for all this stuff to spit out. But here, let's do an experiment. Okay, let's do an experiment. So, grabber. Okay, that's brilliant. That solves all my problems. So the grabber works on any side of the building, which means we can have a single building with a crazy amount of productivity, and we can have 3 or more magic conveyor belts all coming out of it. So that's it. Job done. Magic conveyor belts. We can just have 1 million of them everywhere, all spitting out of everywhere. It'll be beautiful. And as we've been sitting here, we've got over 11,000 purple coins. So what are we going to do? We are going to get this up to level 10. When you come back, I should have 100 houses, and then we'll really start to get everything going. Really start to get everything beautiful. So I'm going to finish off here. I don't know if you've noticed, but I think my cough is better because I haven't been talking as much. So we're going to try and keep the amount of talking down, but we're going to keep the gameplay still up. There we go. Finishing the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys later. And if anybody actually is watching these videos, feel free to, comment, I guess. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys later.